for the Wednesday, Thursday part of our learning, which is just we're going to do the area of semicircles and quadrants. So this lesson is actually pretty simple because we're just going to do exactly what we did to find the area, except if it's a semicircle, we're going to divide it by 2. If it's a quadrant, we're just going to divide it by 4. So you see here, pi r squared was the formula we learned last week for area. So I've put in 7 here. Pi times 7 squared because 14 is the diameter, which means the radius would have to be 7. So one thing that's a quick reminder, everyone, when you're doing the order of operations here, you should be doing the 7 squared first. So the radius squared should become before the multiplication. So that would give me pi times 49, which gave me the area that you see here. Since it was a semicircle, then you see here I divided it by 2 to get the area of the semicircle. Same thing with the quadrant here. I found the radius, which was right here. Again, if you wanted to kind of imagine the rest of the circle here, you'd see another radius here, and that would give you the diameter. So this one line they give you, that's the bottom part of this quadrant, is the radius. So 24 squared, you see is 576, and then you multiply that by pi, which gave me this area. And then since it's a quadrant, I divided it by 4 to get just the area of the quadrant piece, okay? So let's actually do a couple of these on our own. So if you're looking here, we have a semicircle. So we're going to find the total area. So they gave us from here to here, which is the radius. So we're going to do pi times 56 squared. So what you're going to do is the first thing you need to do, order of operations, is do the 56 squared, which is going to give you 3,136. Okay. And so then you're going to take 3,136 and multiply it by pi to give you 9,847 and 4/100 meters squared. Now, since this is a semicircle, you're going to take that amount and divide it by 2 because a semicircle is half of a circle, so it's one of 2 pieces, so it's half a circle, we're going to divide it by 2. So that gives me 4,923 and 52/100 meters squared. Alright, so now let's do this quadrant here. Same thing. Again, if you needed to, imagine that the whole circle's there. So in this case, the radius is 15. So pi times 15 squared, well, 15 squared is 225. So now what we need to do is we need to do pi times that amount we got. So we're going to do 3.14 times the 225, which gives us 706 and 5/10 feet squared. Now, I did make one mistake here. I think on the notes it's fixed, but here I accidentally left a 2 there. So this should be a 4 because it's a quadrant. We're going to divide it by 4. So I'm going to take 706 and 5/10, and I'm going to divide that by 4, which is going to give you the area of just that quadrant. Okay. Same thing with these. Okay, 35 is the diameter. Okay, so that would give you 17.5 as the radius. So you need to do 17.5 squared, which would give you 306.25. And so that you're going to multiply times pi, which is again 3.14, and that's going to give us 961.625 feet squared. Since this is a semicircle, I'm going to divide that by 2. That's going to give me 480.8125, or 8,125 10,000ths. Okay. Okay, then this last one here we have a quadrant, so they give us the radius is 14, so area is pi times 14 squared, and 14 squared is 196. So 196 times 3.14 would give us 615 and 44/100 yards squared. And again, I'm going to fix this to a 4, which in your notes it's correct, so you're not going to see that mistake. I kind of copied and pasted this before I made the fix in the actual notes. So we're going to take 615 and 44/100 and divide it by 4, because a quadrant is a fourth of a circle, and that's going to give us the area of just the quadrant. Alright, you guys, so that's the quick lesson on area of semicircles and quadrants. Don't be afraid if you have any questions, just contact me on Canvas. Alright, good luck, guys. See you soon.